Ian and the others anyway. But I just wanted to introduce David, VK5KC. David's going to talk a little bit about operating QRP. And David was first licensed as VK5ZMO back in 1969 when I was just a boy. He was a member of the South Australian Division Committee of the WA for many years, the membership's secretary and the secretary, and the alternate federal councillor with the WA back through the 1980s. He's a member of the Equipment Supply Committee, past CW, and he became VK5 AMK. Has been the Secretary of NERC, is that right?
Yeah.
And also ARS, President of ARS as we know, and he's currently enjoying his non-president role as VK5KC. So I'll hand you over to David and he can talk to you a bit about QRP.
Thank you. When I took over from John Elliott was really excited because he was the first president for some years not to die in office. And 9 months ago I was very pleased to be the second president not to die in office, with respect to Jeff Taylor and Jim. Operating QRP. There's many people here that have operated much more often QRP, but I have a little. I have done one summit and a handful of parks, but nevertheless I still like to get out. What do I take? I take a squid pole. You know, I think everybody knows what the squid pole is. That's a 7 metre one, which is somewhat sturdy on top, and the 9 metre one, which I think you still selling them, NERC? North East Radio Club still selling these for about $50. Right, so you take a squid pole, and in the little backpack, my linked dipole, which is linked with Anderson connectors, the little 30 amp connectors. So with connectors linked together, it's a 40 metre dipole. Unlink them, it's a 20 metre dipole. Fed with very thin coax, and I think Ian uses the antenna wrapper thing from SOTA. This was one I found at Bunnings for wrapping up your power cords for a couple of dollars. Yeah, extension cord goes around that. Just a no ballon, just a little bit of perspex hole in it to slide over the top of the squid pole. Also, a logbook.
Yes.
A logbook, handwritten logbook.
Just as a chuckle, the other day on the beach we wrote ours in the sand, and some smart bugger says, "Oh, but you can't take it home with you."
Well, that's right. FT817, beautiful little radio. I think there's a lot of people here operate FT817. Internal batteries, and or you can provide an external battery. Don't forget the microphone. It's very easy to go without your microphone. Also, now I haven't migrated to the LiPo batteries. I still use lead acid, which are quite heavy. This one's about a 7 ampere hour one. Probably weighs about as many kilos almost, perhaps 2 or 3. LiPos are very light. 400 grams for how many ampere hours?
4,200.
Yeah, 4,200 ampere hours.
2.6 kilograms for that.
Yeah. So I take that. But the LiPo or the LIFE, that's right. So, because I don't venture to rare summits, I don't necessarily take the safety gear that Ian did, but little power cord, just a couple of, once again, Anderson power poles. Use Anderson power poles right throughout the shack. Fused, just in case. Few odd tools, spare pair of biro, although like Ian I tend to take pencils, antenna adapters, because the FT817, it's got a PL SO239 on the back, B and C on the front. So you might want to use either or either. And I usually, but today I don't have, I take the user manual because invariably you need to refer to the user manual.
You mean the F button?
What?
The F button?
Well, the F button, yeah, with about 36 by 3 different functions that you might want to use. So when I go portable, QRP being low power, I also, I mean, not to dismiss stuff like JT65 or Whisper, digital modes, a lot of people use low power on those, Whisper particularly. If you're not familiar with that, have a look at it. And the JT65, which is HF or can be VHF, but generally 10 to 20 watts maximum on that. So that's how I operate QRP. Thank you.
Thanks, David.